Hello everyone. Did some shopping and I ended up getting some games. Quite a bit. So I figured, since I got so much, it seems to be the thing that if you get more than 5 items at a time, you brag about it. So that's what I'm doing. Showing you what I got. So, alright. I got 1, 2, 3, like 6 things. Well, more, depending, it might make sense later on, but alright. So, the first thing I'm going to show, it's something that I didn't buy during this spree, I guess you could say, because I got quite a bit and I went to a few places since I couldn't stop at a game store easily. It's one of the local ones, they're doing the curbside thing, but I didn't want to take that time and figure it out and ask blah, blah, blah. So I just went to Meijer's, Walmart, Target, and Dollar Tree. So yeah, and I'm going to begin with the Dollar Tree stuff. And I'm going to start with something that I didn't buy with that. I just thought I'd highlight it because, yeah, it's kind of cool. So, left, center, right. Now, like I said, Dollar Tree. So this is, only $1. Now, there are several versions of this game that contain actual, carrying cases, whether it's a tin or a plastic tube. The dollar version does not do that. It's just the basic elements in this blister packaging. So I had to supply this bag. Fortunately, I have a bag of bags that came with my copy of Prepare to Die Again for some reason. I don't know why there are so many bags in there. It doesn't say it comes with any bags, and there's nothing in the instructions because it's just, kind of a, Cards Against Humanity, what do you mean kind of game. It's one of those things. So there's no reason for bags. But I got them anyway. I kind of like to think, like, maybe there's this guy, he was working, at the factory, that's making them, and, he's working on his drug deals, and he sees a boss, and he's like, quickly hides his bags in there, and, like, forgets one, he's like, I don't know what he did, so I don't know what he do with the rest of the stuff, so who knows, maybe somebody will come around and open their thing, and there'll just be, like, a bunch of weed or coke in the box or something. Wouldn't that be something? I think that's kind of an amusing thought. So, that's the first thing out of the way. And here's the other two. The Game of Meme. Now, from what I can tell, this is just like a smaller version of What Do You Meme? And I know a lot of these boxes, but some of them at least, like I think this is one of them. And there's also like a thing of Family Feud that comes in a box like this, but they're very small, condensed versions. Like this only has 57 cards. The bigger box, it's like, that big, so you get a lot more stuff. But this is the budget cheap version, so I figured, why not? Well, personally, the whole making a game out of memes just doesn't seem like a good idea, because, memes, they have a shelf of like 2 days, so a lot of this just comes, like people trying too hard. So, here's the text cards. Even the format, this is like, early 2000s I Can Has cheeseburger stuff, So, they even have hashtags. More hashtags. Oh, disgusting. So, here's the pictures. So, alright, let's create a random meme, shall we? Alright. Let's get these bad boys shuffled up. one? Oh, it's the hot one. All right. I mean, for $1, I mean, why not? It feels a little cringy to me, but hey, who knows? So, all right, now here we go. All right. Boom. There's my meme. All right. Soak it in. You like that, don't you? All right, so that's the first one out of the way. How many players? It should be 2 to 4 players. Okay, so that's nice. It's a 2-player one. It seems to be increasingly hard to find 2-player games. It really does. You know, they're always like 3 or more. You know, or things like, you know, Cards Against Humanity or whatever. Now, where I was at, there was like 2 copies of this, but they all looked kind of open, so I don't know. Let's see, there's how many cards? 57 cards. I might have to count these out of curiosity. Okay. I see. Alright, so this is a visual trivia. So here's a brand, like we got the Monster logo, but what's on the back, so. Okay. So Monster Energy also has a line of coffee drinks. Yep, yeah, they are marketed under the Java Monster name. Yeah, I've had some of those before. Which of the 3 beverages has the most caffeine products in milligrams per ounce? A&W Root Beer, Monster Energy, Starbucks Cafe Americano. Okay, so the correct answer is just in bold. Now, is there directions at all? How the hell am I supposed to know how to play this? What sports organization took Monster as the title sponsor of one of these in their series in 2017? In NASCAR, the series was called Monster Energy NASCAR Series Cup. So, okay. So, these are the instructions. So, that means, okay, here's the instructions for this one. Alright, let's see. Be the first player to collect 3 cards, assuming from each category. Because, like, here's World Landmark, Brand, TV Personality. Shuffle all the cards together, lay 12 cards, image side up, 4 rows of 3 cards each onto a table. Place the remaining cards face down. The youngest player goes first. Play moves to the left. Point to the image you'd like to guess and name the object. Person or symbol shown in the description under the image is a hint. Player looks on the other side to confirm if the answer is correct. If your guess is wrong, your turn ends. If your guess is wrong, your end turn is put the card aside and draw a new one from the pile and replace it on the grid. If you correctly identify the image, choose a question to answer. 1, 2, or 3. The person on your right reads the question. Okay. If you answer correctly, keep the card and replace it with a new card from the pile. Okay. Alright. So it's a standard trivia game with just a bit of a visual twist, which I thought was interesting. So, again, $3, not including sales tax, right here. Not bad. Now, everything else, the prices are going up. I pretty much Not almost. I was going to say they're pretty much in the stack, all from the highest to lowest. That's not true. Because this is more expensive than this and this. So, alright, let's start out. I'll open this one later, because they're kind of a thing together. So, Target. Got this from Target. Fake Artist Goes to New York. A drawing game that will light up every party. Everyone is drawing one picture together, but one doesn't know what everyone else is drawing. There is a fake artist hiding among the real artists. Can you find out who it is? The fake artist has to be careful not to be identified, and the real artist has to be careful not to make it too easy for the deceiver. So, this is like, you know, it's like Pictionary meets, I'm trying to, like, Chameleon or any of those types of games, you know, where one isn't in the know and they have to try to fool everyone into thinking that they are in the know. So, instructions. I'm not really going to look into what the directions are right now. I just did the other one because couldn't figure it out. I needed to, but I got the gist of this one. So we got some special notepad, markers. This game was like $20, which the size of it doesn't look like 20, but you do get a lot of stuff. I mean, if you have a kid, throw them a bunch of markers and keep them occupied, you know, while you wait for this whole Corona thing to end. Eraser. Tile cards. Now, hang on. Okay, 9 tile cards, 10 color pens, whiteboard marker, drawing paper, game manual. Interesting. 5 to 10 players. Eee, this is a party game. Kind of like to do it with smaller amounts, you know, but especially, you know, with the whole thing. But it'll be fun to try sometime. I think it'll be a neat game. So it looks like there's no cards, so anything could be drawn. Anything at all. But I don't understand why you get the marker. I mean, everything else, but I glanced through and I didn't even see anything showing anything to do with dry erase boards or anything, so I'll have to look into it later, get more in depth, figure out what they're thinking. So this game seemed interesting. I hadn't realized the player requirements, but that's fine. No big deal. There'll be times where there'll be 5 people at game night, I'm sure. Alright, now we are at Meijer's. One last unboxing video of games. I got Exploding Kittens, and I decided to get the expansion, which, speaking of which, I will get. Exploding Kittens to put this in there. 'Cause when you stack both little decks, you've got all this room. Like, they designed it, they knew they were going to come out with expansion packs. So it's like, you know, instead of making it like other things like, you know, Cards Against Humanity or Super Fight, where you have to get a separate box if you want to get a bunch of expansions, you got room for expansions right off the bat, so save you a little bit of money. So, alright, here's the directions for this particular version and how it applies, and advertising for their other games, and the cards themselves. So there's no Exploding Kitten card, so you can make it 6 players instead of 5. Okay, so there's new rules, like you can have an Exploding Kitten card and not necessarily have to explode right away. So on and so forth. I'll have to read the directions and figure out the new rules, so. But I figured, yeah, so much space, I didn't want it to go to waste, so let's stick them in there, shall we? Oh, look at that. Isn't that lovely? Alright. And now, Imploding Kittens. The new rules, the new cards, and the cone. Okay, I see. So, let's see. Exploding Kittens, Cone of Shame. We're going this way, going that way. I was expecting something to maybe be, I don't know, a little less foldy and a little bit smaller. So, alright. Let's look at these bad boys. Advertising. And new cards. Let's see, is there no Exploding Kitten? Nope, no Exploding Kitten, so I can't have a 7-player game. Oh well, 6 should still be plenty. And they have, you know, the expanded version, you know, which can, you know, play up to like 10 players now, so there's that option as well. There. Look at that. There's still a little bit of room left. Perfect for the updated directions. Alright. There. I've got like a complete exploding kitten. Unless I decide to get the not safe for work version or the party version. Otherwise, very nice. Cool. Walmart's got a classic here. Now I probably could have gotten a different copy, a used old copy, from my parents, because at least I know at one time we had two. We had a newer one, and then we had one that we got from Goodwill, and it was like an older one from like the 70s or something. But I mean, come on, sexy Asian, why not? So. Alright, I know all about this game. I played it a lot. It's always been one of my favorite because I like the kind of the macabre aspect of it. Been a lot of versions of this game the last few years. I remember there was that one time you had the DVD version when those were kind of a big thing, with like that and like seeing it. So here's the board. That's Clue. I almost got this from Family Dollar, but I didn't. I'm glad because I saved a few bucks. That was $12 there. This was like 7 something. I always found it weird why the rope is plastic, but everything else is metal. We've got all the classic weapons. The dice and the pieces. Here's the new envelope. I kind of liked it before where it had like confidential or whatever, it made it seem more legit, but oh well. Wait a minute. Gamepad. Oh, here are the cards. Damn, these things gotta be miserable for animals. It's gotta be terrifying having like no peripheral vision. All right. This is different. I'm going to have to read these directions. These are new rules. Okay. Game board, 6 character tokens, 6 finisher weapons, 30 cards, 6 character cards, 6 weapon cards, 9 rune cards, and 9 clue cards. These clue cards are new to me. So like here we have wink wink. It couldn't possibly be. And then name one location you want revealed. If shown, leave the card face up on the table. Scream. All players rush to the room of your choice. So there's some things to twist things up. So this is kind of cool. It's a different version. You don't say. There's always time for a good gossip. All players secretly show one card to the left. So, alright. Mixing things up a little bit. Let's see how well these fit in here. It seems like it'd be a good idea. Yeah, I'm good with that. And directions. final one. The big one. If I can, there. Horrified. This was from Target as well. I've noticed there's a few licensed games out there. Like Jumanji, obviously, that movie and the book, lends itself very well to the idea of a board game, obviously, because the first film and the book, it revolves around a board game, so it makes sense. But there's also there's licensed trivia, like I've seen Friends and Big Bang. There's another Friends game. I've seen Jurassic Park, Jaws, Top Gun. I think there's there's like Star Wars and all kinds of things. So, but this is the one that spoke to me the most. I grew up with Universal horror, fond memories. I enjoy it. And when I was unpacking everything, getting ready, I noticed that it's 1 to 5 players. So that means if I'm alone, no one's here, I can play this game myself. So that's kind of cool. That kind of makes it a little bit better for me. I don't have people here every day, but I might want to play a game, and if no one can come over, so I'll be right back. Alright, let's open this up. So there's going to be a lot to this one. There's the board. Let's see. We feel it would be a little unkind to present this game without just a word of friendly warning. You are about to unfold one of the strangest tales ever told. We think it will... I wish I could remember what the narration would be like. For the trailers of Frankenstein, because this is pretty much straight from Frankenstein, the trailer. We think it will thrill you, it may shock you, may even horrify you. So, if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now's your chance to, we warned you. Alright. So, let's see. We've got a bunch of locations from the various films. Museum, I think. It's a museum, I think. And that's the Mummy. Camp, it's a gypsy camp, Wolfman, got the barn from the end of Frankenstein, the theater, I suppose, Phantom of the Opera, a lagoon, so obviously this graveyard, so there's the board. Massive instructions. Very nice looking. And all the pieces, main pieces. Nice big. Cheaper, and it's not exactly velvet. That's what I'm saying there. So what do they call everything? So this has a game board, 6 monster maps, 7 monster figures, 7 hero badges, 7 hero movers, 10 villager movers, 20 bases, 60 item tokens, 20 monster tokens, 1 terror marker, 1 frenzy marker, 30 monster cards, 20 perk cards, 5 reference cards, 1 item bag, 3 dice, instructions. So I'll look into this a little bit. I want to see the rest of the things. So, alright. Let's check out the monsters. Alright, here's the creature. Here are the stands. Yeah. Frankenstein's monster. Bride of Frankenstein's monster. It's always kind of bugged me how generally, you know, Universal Monsters, it's each franchise except Frankenstein. Frankenstein takes the bulk of it because they got this chick in it. Dracula. The Wolfman.